Now, phase 5 is when the prospect looks for more info and considers buying a course if necessary. In phase 4, they studied the free materials and they're satisfied with that, but they want a little more information. Now they start going to other websites looking for more free information. They start realizing that there's not too much more free information out there, that they might be able to find another free report or something, but they're coming at a dead end when it comes to the free stuff. So they're starting to consider buying a course if necessary. And in their mind, they're thinking, if I could find the right course, I would buy it. Or if I could find the best course, I would buy it. Now it's a consideration, it's an option, but they have to find the right course or the right paid product or the right paid service. And if it's good enough and it meets their needs and their idea of what it should be, then they're going to buy it. So they look for the free materials. They're trying to scarf all that up they can. Now, they may not get every free course they can. One free course might be enough. They might read a page of it, and that's enough, and then they jump into considering buying the course if necessary. Some of the reasons that might make them consider buying the course could be that the free information is incomplete and they want more comprehensive stuff without having to get all the free information first, without having to do the hard work. So out of convenience, they may be considering buying the course if necessary. In the 6th phase, they've kind of gotten all the free stuff that they want to get, that they're willing to spend the time to acquire and read the hard way, and they're looking for the right course to buy. So it's just a little bit more of a, in phase 5, they were considering buying it, but now in phase 6, they're actually out there looking for a course to buy. Just to reemphasize, they might have been curious 5 minutes ago about your topic, and they clicked on an ad, and they ended up at your site, and real quick, they go through phases 1 through 5, they get your free report, they read it, maybe it's a 5-page report, and they can read it really quickly, and within a few minutes, they could do all their preliminary and serious research on your website. You can actually have people going through all 7 phases on your website. It doesn't have to be on every website, but it can be. It can be on every website on your niche or other websites. They might do the first 3 phases on another website, and then they come to your website when they're in phase 4. When you capture them on your email sequence, you're going to have people in all these phases. It's going to be a mixture. Some people will be phase 1, some people will be phase 5. Some people will go through the 7 phases within minutes. Other people will take hours to days. Other people's might take a year to go through this process. It all depends on some other circumstances and variables, which I'll explain in a minute, but I'm trying to get through the 7 phases. Phase 6, they're looking for the right course to buy. Once they find the right course, their mind's made up. I am going to buy something once the right opportunity presents itself. Once the right offer is made to me, I'm going to buy a course. So they're not just considering buying one if it's necessary. They're looking for one to buy, but now they're thinking about which one to buy. So anytime someone hits them with an offer that fits what they would want to have, if the offer is compelling enough, they're already ready to buy. This has now become like an instant purchase decision. They're not going to sweat about it too long. They're going to think about it a little bit, but then they're going to make the purchase. Now, here's my favorite of the phases. Now, phase 6 is pretty good, and I like all the phases. Phase 7 is my favorite. And phase 7 is a super advanced one where not every prospect will get to this level. Some people lose interest and quit before this level. I love to have people who are at this level because they're beautiful and they're nice people and they're really talented and really smart and they make me a lot of money. So that's why I like them. Prospect phase 7 is the prospect wants all info available on a topic. So if there's 5 websites in the niche with 5 different courses, they're going to buy all the courses just because they're looking for everything on that topic. And every niche has these people. In the music world, when it comes to classic rock, I'm kind of like a classic rock phase 7 person where I've kind of bought most of the albums in classic rock. And other types of music, I'm a phase 7 type personality where anything new that comes out in that genre or from that band in that specific little niche, I just scarf it up. I buy it right away. It's an instant purchase decision. Even certain groups. I'm sure there are certain groups, like for Bob Marley, he just came out with a new song. He's been dead for 20 years, but they found like a rare recording. Well, of course I bought that right away. I didn't even have to think about it. Certain movies, I'll see any movie with Clint Eastwood, Al Pacino, or Jack Nicholson, anytime. I don't have to know anything about it. I see that they're on it, and it's good enough for me. Samuel L. Jackson is another movie star, actor, that I'll see anything he's in because I just like him. And I have plenty of actors like that where I'll just go watch anything they do. This is a good thing. You want to have these people. Now, another thing that factors into the 7 prospect readiness phases is, let's look at these phases through the lens of desire. Sometimes people just don't get that interested that quickly. Their desire isn't there. It takes them more time. Like, they enter phase 1, they're a little bit curious, and then over time, they naturally just start thinking about it a little more here and there. They take their time. It takes them a while to get through phase 2, phase 3. It may even take them a year or two to get to phase 6, and they might never get to phase 7 just because they're partially interested in the topic, and every time they read a little bit more, they get a little bit more interested. They're just not the kind of take charge person that goes out and does everything within 5 minutes really quickly. Like when I find something new that I like, if I'm interested at all, I'm interested a lot. And I go through these phases really quickly when I get interested in something. I just go phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, some things I don't go the whole way with, but most things that I get interested or curious about at all, I get to level 7 pretty quickly, or at least level 6. But some people just don't work that way. They take their time. Things have to grow on them. They're doing other stuff. They have other interests too. They have another life. And they're more of a balanced type person, so they don't just jump full-fledged into something. They take their time, and it naturally gets a little more interesting. And over time, they're going to buy your course, and when they get to phase 5, they're going to buy the course, and maybe the course is like a few hours of videos, but they're going to stretch it out, and they're going to study that over 3 months and think about it, and they think about and analyze everything before they do it. And that's fine. These are certain types of people, and that's okay. You need to target your marketing towards those because they're going to be in your list too.